Yeah, let's go. Guys, please. We'll just start now.
Good evening, Bright Hearts. I am Priyansh Tripathi, and I welcome you all to the 59th meeting of Bright Hearts Toastmaster Club. Before we start our meeting, are you guys ready for the agenda quiz? Okay, I know agenda is right there, but I'll ask questions today which are not here. I'll give you 30 seconds to go through the agenda. And when I'll ask the question, please raise your hand. Don't speak out the answer. Yes, time is up, guys. I'll start with the question. What time the prepared speech segment starts? Wasim? Yes. What is the time allotted for break as per the agenda? Huh? No. Sayuj?
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's correct. The last one. What time the evaluation section starts? Come on, Vishnu. You are 15 minutes late, sir. It starts at 5:55. Okay. Well done. You have gone through the agenda very well. Now I'll start by telling you about Toastmaster. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization which helps you build public speaking skill, where members practice speeches, deliver impromptu speaking, and receive feedback in a constructive environment. People here become leaders. Founded in 1924, spread across 148 countries with over 270,000 members. In our usual Toastmaster meeting, we follow few of the ground rules. First being, please switch off your mobile phone or put them in silent mode. I'll give you 20 seconds to do that. Please do not move inside the hall or enter or exit the hall. If you wish to do so, please do so only during the applause. Please do not crosstalk while the speaker is speaking on stage. Please be mindful when talking about sex, religion, or politics on stage because these are sensitive topics. Now it's time to introduce the presiding officer of the day. He is a software developer in an AI startup. His email has a disclaimer written, sent by an human. He's a tenured Toastmaster with an experience of over 2.5 years. And guys, please be mindful when pronouncing his name because when someone pronounces your name wrong, you get little hurt. Please help me welcome presiding officer of the day, Sayuj Varghese.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyansh, for pronouncing my name correctly. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. How's the Josh? Okay. A little more higher. How's the Josh? Good. Life is unpredictable. 1 minute, you're sitting there enjoying the meeting. The next minute, you're here on the stage dancing to the dance monkey. And that's how life is. It has its highs and it has its lows. But that's what makes the Bright Hearts meeting really fun. Bright Hearts started around a year back, founded by Toastmaster Akshay and distinguished Toastmaster Arundhati, along with 20 chartered members. Today, we are at 42 and growing. And last year, we got the highest award, the President Distinguished Club Award, for meeting up all the goals that were set. The goals included education, membership, training, and administrative. So give yourself a round of applause for meeting those goals. And this year, Toastmaster has made it harder. They've said, meet the 10 goals and you will get the Smedley Distinguished Club Award. And we are right on track to meet that. And it's not just about the goals. Right? It's about making a mark in the Toastmaster fraternity. Whether it is winning the Bluffmaster at the Ultimate Bluffmaster contest, taking part in the Smedley Speaker Society's 1000th meeting, or spooking the hell out of Electronics Toastmasters Club in their Halloween event. Or even recently, we had Bright Hearts join the demo meeting. So we're just not restricted to just the club. We are going beyond that. So Bright Hearts, that's great job. So one more round of applause for yourself. I see some guests in the meeting, so I would like to invite them on stage. Just tell us your name and how you heard about Bright Hearts. And for the fun of it, just tell us what song just hit you right in your head right now. Okay, so Vatsal, first you.
Yeah, so hello everyone, my name is Vatsal. I'm the past member of SIBM Bangalore and Special Zones Toastmasters Club. And I was looking to join a club. I came Bangalore last year and was exploring different clubs, Kormangla Toastmasters and many other. So I thought, why don't attend a meeting today? And what was the other thing? The song.
Yes, any song. You
Kesaria.
don't have to sing it, but if you want to sing, you can.
No, I'm a terrible singer. Probably the audience is gonna faint. So right now I'm getting Kesaria song for some reason. I don't know why, because of the bright colors maybe. So yeah, hoping to have a good time here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vatsal. I'll have Badri on stage. What's your name? How you heard about Bright Hearts and the song that comes into your head?
Yeah. So this is Badri. I'm from Madurai, Tamil Nadu, and I'm working here as a AA engineer in Kormangla. And I heard better Toastmasters from South. And the one song that is coming to my mind is in Tamil, right? We have a song called Vetri Kodikattu. So that is coming to my mind when I'm seeing all these people out there. Yeah.
Thank you, Badri. I saw only Manjarika nodding her head to that song. I don't know that song, but okay. Oh, you also. Okay, we'll have one more guest. Like to come up. What's your name?
Bhavna.
Oh.
So hi everyone, I'm Bhavna and I'm here because my friend said this is a really nice place to be more confident and get better at public speaking. So that's why I'm here. And the thing would be, the song that's coming to my mind would be Unstoppable by Sia. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bhavna. And this is the best place that you can be on a Sunday evening. Right? With that, I'll declare the meeting 59 open. So today's theme is the rhythm of life, the highs and the lows. And today is the last day of the month. The high point is the salary. The low point is realizing that 50% of the salary goes in taxes. The remaining 50%, that's a mystery I'm yet to solve. So today, to take this meeting forward, we have a person who can sing at the drop of a hat. And if you missed her singing during the open mic hosting at the Ultimate Bruff Masters, you are in luck today. You may hear her sing or not. But please welcome the Toastmaster of the day, the lovely Toastmaster Jurmain Ahmed.
Good evening, Toastmaster and honorable guest. So I'm sure this music has stuck one chord in your memory. Can you guess the song? Anyone? Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's meeting, The Rhythm of Life. And now, bless your heart and ears because I'm going to sing.
Wow.
So here I go. Pretty little baby, yeah, yeah, pretty little baby. You said it, baby, you'll be thinking of me and try to love me, pretty little baby. I'm hoping that you do. You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours, selling all the bluebirds, the bell and the coo birds, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Thank you. So can anyone guess when the song was released and recorded?
1980s. 1965.
Yes, you're wrong. So the music was released pretty recently, but it was recorded way back in 1961 by Crony Francis. And decades later, oh, you did? Sorry, I missed that then. Decades later, it resurfaced again, gone viral in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and climbing the music charts again. So generations change, technologies change, so does the trend. But the melody remains relevant. So time passes and the music is still timeless. So that brings a memory back from my childhood when I used to take road trip to my father's village. So it was a 5 to 6 hour long journey and basically a whole day of musical journey. And with a playlist created by my father called Not Your Choice. So back then, there was no Bluetooth, no Spotify, and only cassettes with, say, side A and B. For the Gen Zs, I'm sure I might sound ancient, alien. But yeah, there was no skip button as well. If Kishore Kumar comes on, you have to listen. And deep inside, I may be craving for Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears. But oh my, what a playlist. The legendary Kishore Kumar, Mohammed Rafi, Lata Mangeshkar. This song painted the scenery for us. The windy road, the village, the laughter, and wishing from the heart that my mother doesn't start singing along. And now, decades later, when I hear those melodies, I instantly transported back in time to my childhood and to the comfort of my family. So just like life itself, some moments take center stage, some fades away in the background, and some resurface again and shine again, just like Pretty Little Baby. So tonight, we explore how music across time has evolved and our life evolved along with it. So have you ever wondered when music began? So long before when music was charted, categorized, and streaming platform, it came with something very human, rhythm. Early human created sounds using hands, stones, wood, and heartbeats. And then music was not just entertainment. It was a way to communicate. It was for celebration, healing, and to unite together. Today, when we hear the drum beat, something inside us responds. The instinct is ancient, but the rhythm builds in us. So, just like well-crafted compositions, our meeting today has 3 moments. Each section has a mood, and I'll introduce to that. Moment 1 is prepared speech, like the opening melodies with thoughtful, rehearsed, and full of meaning. Moment 2 is stable topic. It's our impromptu segment where the speakers create rhythm on spot. And the moment 3 is evaluation, where we fine-tune speakers and their performances. As a Toastmaster, we do the same. Each speech adds a note, each evaluation adds harmony. So does our general evaluator, who will help each speaker to sharpen their note and master their rhythm. And when I asked back about one song that she resonated, she said, Khabo ke parinde, which she used to take in a road trip with her parents. So with that, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Arna.
Good evening, bright hearts and guests. Today, I will be your general evaluator. My role is simple: to observe your lives here on stage and then comment on them. To help me, just like your mother has her relatives, her sisters, I also have my team, which will also help me comment on your lives. To start off, we have a person who will be keeping the time of your lives just like your relatives do for you. Welcome, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Hi guys, I'll be your timer for today. So going over the time guidelines, today we have first and the last speaker in the prepared speeches would get 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I would show the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll show the red card. We have a special speech by Mani today, and for that, we'll be giving 15 to 20 minutes. At 15 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 17 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at 20 minutes, I'll show the red card. The evaluators would be given 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll show the red card. And for table topics, each speaker would get 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. And I'll present my report at the end when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. I don't know about you guys, but recently I've been asked a lot what I want to do with my life. And when I'm asked that, everything except the answer comes out of my mouth. To help us answering such difficult questions, we have Toastmaster Vibhor, who will be the counter for today.
Thank you, Arna and dear guests, dear members. Have you ever started speaking clearly and suddenly said, and a long pause? Anyone?
Yes.
Yes, it happens to most of us. Our minds run faster than our words, and we use filters to buy some time. Today, I am here as a counter counter, like a gentle reminder to help us speak more confidently and smoothly. So, what are crutch words? So, there are three examples. One is filler words like and, well, but, so, actually, basically, you know. In case of any other words, please let me know. Filler sounds like repeated words like I, then I, this means. Why does it matter? Individually, these words seems harmless, but when they appear again and again, they weaken our message and break the flow. My goal is to not to judge, but to help everyone become more aware of their speaking habits. Throughout this meeting, I will listen carefully for all filler words, sounds, repetitions from all speakers, prepared or impromptu. At the end, I will present the count for each speaker so we know where we can improve and celebrate clearer communication. By the way, today's speaker lineups are very, critical, like first Abhik, Mani, and so I don't have any role to play because everyone is seasoned speaker. So so thank you so much, Arna. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vibhor. Next, I would like to tell you a very short story. When I first started college, I was incredibly confident in myself. This due to the fact that I'm a single child and beloved by all. So when I first stepped into class and we were asked to introduce ourselves, I raised my hand and stood up, just so the teacher had no chance of missing me. When I finished with my introduction, I gave the teacher an all-knowing smile and she said, "Good," which is not the answer I expected. Amazing, brilliant, blew my mind is what I was there for. She told me that I had made a small mistake. I said the wrong verb in one of the statements. I feel like it didn't matter, but she truly did. And I said, everybody has their flaws. We are not perfect. I'm not perfect, even though I look like it. And that's when she told me that even though your life isn't perfect, your grammar could be. And to help with that, we have Toastmaster Pranav.
Good evening, dear guests and fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
I'm going to try out something. Please don't panic. If I keep doing like this, it sounds good to our ears, right? But what if I do like this? So as the music goes off, when the beats goes off, similarly, a speech goes off when the grammar goes off. I am Pranav. I am the grammarian for this meeting. And my job is very simple. Just think of me like your friendly rhythm guitarist. I am not here to judge you, but I am just here to help you make sure your words stay in tune. So officially, I would listen to every speech, be it prepared speech, table topics, or for that matter, the role players. I would notice the awkward usage of English, the incorrect grammar. And then later, I would also celebrate the good usage of English, which are the good phrases, the good quotes that we will hear in the meeting. And when called back upon on the stage by general evaluator, I will present my grammarian's report. Until then, enjoy the meeting and the rhythm of words along with me. Thank you.
A great man once said, life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans. Does anybody have any idea who said this?
You.
I will. I love how we have so many guesses and none of them are correct. It's from John Legend. And to take our meeting forward, I will welcome on stage our special role for today, Toastmaster Teju.
सुन मेरे हम सफर, क्या तुझे इतनी सी बेखबर कि तेरी सांसें चलती जिधर, रहूंगा बस वही उम्र भर, रहूंगा बस वही उम्र भर। होई जितने हंसी ये मुलाकातें हैं, उनसे भी प्यारी तेरी बातें हैं, बातों में तेरी जो को जाते हैं, आऊं ना होश में मैं कभी, बाहों में है तेरी जिंदगी है। गुड इवनिंग fellow. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Just like these songs, ask the companion to listen closely. I invite each of you to listen, truly listen to our speakers today in this meeting. And each of their words have the power to inspire and motivate us, just like this rhythm of this song, actually, whatever you heard. As a quoter this evening, my job is to note down the quotes whichever told by the speakers on the stage, inspirational quotes and beautiful quotes. So at the end of the meeting, I'll be sharing you the first half of the quote, and your job will be to guess the second half of the quote. So whoever guesses the right quote, so they'll be getting a gift from my side. Then, so tune in your, tune your ears and hearts and get ready to engage in this rhythmic journey of music and quotes. Thank you.
Thank you, Teju. One thing I would like to quickly cover is that the word of the day is harmony. It means a pleasing balance of different things. This might be in music or this might be in your life. An example usage for this word would be German singing with the guitar playing in the background creates a beautiful harmony. Or when it comes to your life, when my friends get together and go for a long road trip, there is no better harmony than that. With that, I would encourage all the Toastmasters and the guests to give a thumbs up whenever somebody uses the word on stage to encourage them. And for all the role takers coming up on stage, please try to incorporate that word into your speeches. With that, I would like to hand the stage back to our beautiful German.
Thank you, Arna, for sharing your memories and experience. Life is not a straight line, it's a melody. So that's a rhythm of life. Moments, emotions, memories woven together like music. Music became a language of soul and transitioned into art. As civilization developed, so does music. Then came the era of classical music, the Mozart and the Bach. They didn't just write songs, they built emotions into architecture using rhythm and harmony. To begin our composition, we have the prepared speech. This is where our speakers have carefully crafted their message, just like an artist composing a melody. They will take us on a journey, one speech at a time, sharing their thoughts, stories, and insight. Before I call the first speaker of the day, I'd like to call their evaluator to brief on the project and of their target speaker. And when I asked her which song truly resonates her, she mentioned any song from the Bollywood movie Rockstar. Listening to that, she feels the power of life and also the reminder that love can be blind. So put your hands together for Toastmaster Manjarika.
Good evening, my dear Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening. Today, my target speaker will be attempting level 1 project 3 of his pathway dynamic leadership. And this speech will be focused on the evaluation and feedback. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Timer, please note that this speech will be between 5 to 7 minutes. With that, I wish all the best for my target speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manjarika. Every note was a step forward, just like every Toastmaster speech is a step towards confidence. With that, I would like to call on stage our first speaker of the evening. His spirit reflects with the song Yaro Dosti Badi Hi Haseed Hai. And our next speaker brings one of those memories that echoes with his friendship and emotion. So welcome on stage Toastmaster Avi. Toastmaster Abhi, a crazy day, Toastmaster Abhi.
Thank you. Today, I'll take you back to the time when apple was just a fruit, the only instant thing was Maggie, and the only streaming we knew about was the water stream after a rainy day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear friends. One day, we three friends, myself, Deepak, and Swapnil, decided to watch a movie about which we had heard a lot from our boys in school. Sorry. Don't take me otherwise. So, yeah. So that was not just a movie. That was a kind of movie which you cannot watch when your parents are around. So we decided to watch that movie at a friend's place whose name was Swapnil. Why Swapnil? Because he was the only person who had a VCR. Do you know what is a VCR? How many of you know about it? It looked something something like this. So it used to be a black box which will play a movie with the help of a cassette. You insert the cassette, hit the play button, watch the movie, then hit another button and it will spit out the cassette. So we waited for a day when Swapnil's parents are not around, and one morning I received a call at my home's landline. Mind it, landline, not mobile. So I received the call. It was my friend Swapnil on the other side. He was very excited. He told, "Bro, do you know my parents are not there tomorrow? They are going to my aunt's place. Come, we'll watch the movie." I got super excited. I told, "Wow, wonderful. We'll come tomorrow." So I and Deepak cycled to his place next day. We went there, switched on the TV, connected the VCR, and the movie began. But hardly 10 minutes into the movie, a very common glitch of those days struck us: power cut. But we were so used to power cut, we didn't bother. We kept munching our popcorns and waited for the electricity to return. While we were just sitting and waiting for it, one of our friends, Deepak, just jumped out of the sofa and he told, "Guys, do you even know what has happened? The cassette is still inside the VCR and the electricity has gone." He had this squeaky voice. And that's when the reality hit us. The cassette was inside the VCR and we cannot take it back till the power is back. Now, if Swapnil's parents come, they switch on the TV. When power is back, they will see what we were watching. We were all panicked, looking at each other what to do now. And at that very moment, one of our close friends, Deepak, who is normally dumbest of us all, came with a brilliant idea. He told, "Guys, I have an idea. There is an electric shop 5 kilometers from here.
We can go there and that guy will open the VCR and will take out the cassette. We all had a sigh of relief. Our friend Swapnil quickly grabbed his elder sister's Kinetic Honda's key. Kinetic Honda? It was a very famous scooter those days. I took the keys. I sat on the riding seat. Deepak sat back with the VCR. And we were all prepared to go to that shop. But fate had some other plans for us. How much ever we kicked, pushed, or prayed, that a scooter didn't start. Now what to do? Precious 15 minutes wasted. His parents are about to come in 1 hour. Panic level 100%. The only option we had now is to cycle to that place with the VCR. So here we are, 2 boys, one pedaling as fast as possible and the other one sitting at the back with that bulky VCR. People stared, dogs barked, but we went to our place. After 30 minutes of furious pedaling, we went to the shop huffing and puffing. Bhaiya, can you please open this VCR? Our cassette is stuck into it. And that guy looked at us and smiled because he knew what just happened. We were not the only emergency case for him. He quickly opened the VCR, took out the cassette, gave us our VCR and cassette, and we were so happy. Half of the job was done. Imagine those days when there is no mobile phone. You can't call Swapnil and check whether his parents are back or not. So what we could do? The only option left was again pedal as fast as possible and pray to God that we reach before his parents. And we did the same. Luckily, we reached his home before his parents. As soon as we reached, we arranged the VCR at the place, removed all the evidences of coke and popcorn, and decided we will pretend as if we were studying before his parents arrived. What a scary day it was. But today, when we 3 friends meet, one of us makes sure to remind us of this story and we laugh till our stomach hurts. In today's world of instant gratification, life has changed a lot. On one click, everything is available. So these stories of my childhood remind me that patience, such friendships, and such problem-solving skills were so important and such a part of our daily lives. So friends, when you go home today, call such your friends with whom you have shared such adventurous story and have a great laugh. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avik, for taking us through your journey of childhood. And it's kind of a throwback to our own childhood stories. So like every rhythm has a story. And have you ever thought how music transitioned to public? So for centuries, music played only live on live performances. If you miss it, then the song will disappear. And then came Edison's phonography in 1877. The music could be recorded. Suddenly, the melodies could travel beyond halls, beyond cities and borders, beyond generations. People doesn't only listen to music. They collected it, replayed it, and shared it. Just like Toastmaster, we record ideas, share experience, and replay lessons from our life. With that, I would like to invite the next evaluator to share the objective and focus of the project for his target speaker. And when I asked him which song you resonate, he referred to the song Ore Nali. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And this is an A.R. Rahman song, and that makes him stay calm. So welcome, Toastmaster Wasim.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. And special thanks to our team out of the day, Jurmin. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of A.R. Rahman songs. Nowadays, I listen to a lot of A.R. Rahman interviews. That's what happens when you age, like basically. So, you become curious, what goes behind this person, so he creates stuff. But what amazes me more is like, the composure he has, right? Whenever he takes these interviews. If you guys have seen, recently, did any of you watch Nikhil Kamat's interview with A.R. Rahman? Yeah. So the kind of composure he has and the depth his answer has, right? And in Bright Arts, we also have someone similar. With so much composure and so much depth. He will be our next speaker. And the project objective is exactly the same. It's for question and answer session. So our next speaker, Toastmaster Mani, the objective of his speech is to give an informative speech and then run a properly organized question and answer session after that. Timer, please note the timing is 15 to 20 minutes. All the best, Mani. Back to you, Jurmin.
Thank you, Wasim. All right, everyone, get ready for our next speaker of the day, Mani, who finds thrill in riding bike at dangerously 100+ speed and listening to the song Believer. So let's share him on stage. Mani, a smooth ride ahead. A smooth ride ahead, Toastmaster Mani.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. To all the bright hearts and the future bright hearts. So today, we are all going to have one of the simple ride which I drive towards 100+ kilometer speed with a harmony of energy as well as the excitement to balance the bike at the speed of 100 kilometers. But today, as we are all in Toastmasters, we also need to understand how to balance that ride in our Toastmasters journey. For that, I have a simple question to everyone. Can you all say, why are we all here? Any answers? To become better?
To become a big public speaker.
Public speaker? Become a better communicator? Yes. Yeah, hang out with cool people. Exactly. So the why which I have over here is we are all with a worldwide organization which is spread across 149 countries. And here in this, we are all in a program which gives us a holistic development to develop our communication, leadership, and the networking skills, which will make sure that we earn and improve ourselves in this particular journey. But any guesses, how is it possible? Maybe this question belongs to all the members over here. Consistent practice. Any other questions? Participating in every meeting.
Having mentors and friends.
Having mentors and friends. Yes, exactly right. Completion of pathways. Exactly. Working on the feedbacks. Yes. So to come to the context about giving an introduction to our guests as well. So the keyword which we heard here today is the pathways. Here in Toastmasters, what happens is we all harness our potential through pathways, which are having like a college chapters. We will be having subjects, each subject will have multiple chapters. So likewise here in our Toastmasters, there is something called pathways. And using that, we can pace our own journey. The best part of Toastmasters is there is no one to tell you that you have to do within 6 months, you have to do within 1 year. It's all a self-paced. You can progress those chapters or the pathways at your own journey levels or at your own pace. And during this is when all these chapters or the pathways is divided into levels or called as sub-projects are there into that pathways. And here we will be having a different types of pathways. Anyone knows how many pathways we have in our Toastmasters? Six. Any guesses? What are all? So one simple acronym which I come across is PUMPed, as we are all pumped today. Likewise, all these 6 pathways are there with the acronym of pumped. So the first one, which is about the presentation mastery, and the second one, though it looks like you, but you have to call it as visionary communication. In our childhood, we all make mistakes between you and me, isn't it? It's you and me. And next, we will be having like the letter M, which stands about the motivational strategies, and the P, the persuasive influence, and the E, engaging humor, and the D, dynamic mastery. So these are all the 6 pathways, dynamic leadership, which are all available as of date in our Toastmasters. For the guest, benefit of guests, here you must be having, or everyone will be having, that eagerness to grow either in public speaking, intercommunication, personal communication, strategic leadership, or management and confidence. All these pathways are available with respect to the right balance. There is a good amount of material where, and also a short quiz before you choose which pathway to choose. All that right information is available. So these are all the pathways which we have in Toastmasters. And here the benefit is of all these 6 pathways. Till now, it is there in a way of a simple programs of different levels. But Toastmasters got a very good enhancement to that pathways. These are the enhancements which happened with any of the pathway you have chosen. And there was a revamped thing added to it. Any guesses why do we need these enhancements? Why Toastmasters took this decision of we need to enhance pathways? Yes.
Communication is a soft skill. You need to evolve with it. You need to take feedback and make it better.
Right? Yes.
You need to take roles.
People need to take roles. So our VP membership already ahead and went into these enhancements. But for me, I felt it is about Toastmasters International is listening to us. There were some members like, I have only projects in pathways. Why do I need to take roles? It is nowhere counted. How does it matter? I am coming only here. I want to give only speeches. But there were some leaders. There were some members who felt that even the role which I take should be counted. Then Toastmasters listened to that option. And that's where they planned and decided to add that whatever the role you take, it gets counted and it gets benefited to your each and every level. Here to start with our level 1, where these are the enhancements which added along with our existing level 1 projects. We also need to take the meeting roles, which are consists of the table topic speaker, the evaluator, and timer or counter. So these are all the 3 roles. Especially to me, what I feel is it gets the easiness to get better at the stage. Because when I came to the Toastmasters first time, it was not so easy to come on stage and speak in front of these many eyeballs. When you do this before attempting any of the icebreaker speeches or even start the pathway, it will make you even more comfortable and little easy when you take the table topic speech or timer or counter roles. And here there is one more catch that I added that before even taking the icebreaker speech, now Toastmasters recommends at least that speaker completed a table topic speech before attempting the icebreaker speech. Moving to the next one, the level 2, which is also says that we need to perform these roles, namely the grammarian, the topics master, evaluator, and Toastmaster of the day, or timer, or counter. So these are all the 4 roles which Toastmasters recommends and make sure that any member who are coming into the meeting able to present on stage, because as a timer you will get 1 to 2 minutes. But once if you take the Toastmaster of the day, that is where you will get more ease to the stage. So Toastmasters wants every speaker, every member to come on stage and experience this stage space. So these are all the 4 meeting roles added to the level 2 for every speaker. Moving on with respect to the level 3, where any member or any speaker need to take and complete the meeting rules, as well as there is one of the other criteria called as the education series. In this, the meeting roles will be Toastmaster, Evaluator, and Topics Master, or Table Topic Speaker, and a special thing called as Introductory Mentor. This is one of the offline mentoring done by the members who completed their level 2s to the members who joined recently with their own experiences. That is a completely offline content which is counted as part of the meeting roles. Then there is a education series as well, which lets any of the member to come on stage and become and deliver their own education session. These are of the time of 10 to 15 minutes, which needs to be managed as like any other projects we deliver on stage. Here we will have the 4 options. Out of these 4, we should be able to pick any one, like creating the best club climate. From your own experience, you can come and talk the meeting roles, responsibilities, keeping the commitment, and going beyond our club. These are all the 4 education series which are introduced in the level 3. And as we know now about the introductory mentor, as well as the education series, whichever any speaker can pick as an option, one of the following. And even Toastmasters encourages, if you want to do all 4, you are most welcome. And it is for the duration of 10 to 15 minutes. So far, all good. You have any questions, you can ask. Any members or the guests who are listening to this content for the first time? Yes.
So these count as projects, or are they separate from projects?
Yeah. So now this will be considered as a separate category in our levels. It is not equivalent to projects, but it is something called as the outline, which is made in each level.
Is it necessary to complete it? If I don't complete it, can I still pass?
Ideally, as per Toastmasters, as we all like having the fundamental core element of integrity, it's not.
So I have to do my projects and then I have to do this also.
Exactly, yes. So here the purpose is not only about speaking, but also sharing about the experiences if you go and see about these educational sessions. It is all about your sharing and speaking your heart out about your Toastmasters journey. Yes, sir.
So these presentations, right, that is also a speech that you have to give, or is it something that you present, for example, creating the best club climate?
Club climate, yes,
So
yes, yes.
that is, I think, about getting the guests in and things like that. So do I have to just tell what it is, or like when you have different in the projects, right? You have certain objective, and then you can create a speech, whether it's humorous or real or not real, right? So is this something, presentation, something that you have done?
So this is what, as per Toastmasters, what it says is like, the criteria is like you can use either presentation material or your own experience, but it is like a speech content only. When it comes to offline or unofficial contents, it is only the introductory mentor, which happens completely offline or off stage, if I have to put it. Rest other is like on stage roles, the speeches.
How to evaluate it? Like,
So, yeah.
for example, creating a club environment, creating a good club environment, how would that be evaluated?
So as of now, with respect to Toastmasters, there are no evaluators as such for this kind of educational series. If we are going with our own meeting conduct, it will be by the general evaluator, will be the right person to tell and share about the evaluation. Otherwise, there are no any specific assigned evaluators for this education series.
Welcoming environment.
Yes.
Do I just keep creating it? Like, when will I know that I've created a good environment?
Yes. So that is where when we are going and making the contents. So once you deliver to the stage or to the audience, and the general evaluator is the one where he will be observing how these contents you have done. So there will be a feedback provided. Maybe this is added duty to our general evaluator of the day, who will be analyzing all these education series, whether you met the objective or whether whatever the topic you have taken, whether it is met 100% or is there a scope where you can bring in some more contents to this.
So you do something and then you come speak about it and the general evaluator evaluates.
So these are all like both the combinations are there. These are not like completely offline projects, then you share the experience. This is all about the journey. For example, if I talk about the keeping the commitment, if I have to talk about the commitment, whether how is your commitment towards Toastmasters is one way you can come and share on stage where it is like a personal content for you, how you are keeping your commitment. So that is what it says with when it comes to the educational series. So far, so good. So now moving on to our next set of our level 4. Here we will be having the categories of the meeting roles, the education series, which is about the successful club series presentation, as well as the better speaker series. This is one of the category which is added in level 4. So before we mark any of the level 4 completion, we should be able to complete the 4 meeting roles specified over there, plus one of the successful club series and one of the better speaker series. The better speaker series, which is added about beginning your speech, concluding your speech, controlling your fear, also like impromptu speaking, selecting your topic. So here what happens is any of these things, maybe now as it is gone to the stage, first time we are hearing about it, there are certain things in the upcoming slides which tells like how to proceed next. Because I'm hearing these things for the first time. What do I need to do? Who is there for me to help me out? And with moving to the level 5, which is also in the similar lines, where here we will be having, instead of about the successful series, here, the other communication series, you will be having the leadership excellence series. So here you will be talking more in terms of the leadership experiences, leader as a coach, develop as a mission, along with motivating people, building a team. So if there are some people who are walking in to any of the club or Toastmasters as a manager, or they are the upcoming leads, the team leads, technical leads. So their Toastmasters has taught complete package for any of the member which requires either in a professional journey or in a personal life journey. For me, Toastmasters, I feel it is all about like Toastmasters is listening and want to improve and empower every member who walks into this fraternity. The focus is only on you for the Toastmasters. And here also either the successful club series or the leadership excellence series, it also needs to be for the time span of 10 to 15 minutes as a speech need to be delivered in any of the Toastmasters club. So moving to our next step, here we all know that we got to know what to do in terms of the projects. So till here, any other questions after what we have seen up to 5 levels?
Is there any timeline like within this many months or days they have to finish this level?
So here the benefit of Toastmasters is about it's a self-paced program. There are no time limits. The moment you get registered, you will be getting one complimentary pathway to choose based on your skill set, or there is one lightweight quiz for any member to put in their own, like what are their accomplishments they want to reach in, what are their future goals. Then Toastmasters survey will help you to decide that pathway. Once you nominate your pathway or select the pathway, the rest is in the hands of the member. Whether I have seen members who has completed the pathway in 6 months, I have seen member who has completed in 1+ years as well. So it is up to the pace what member wants to improve upon. But Toastmasters wise, no recommendations as such. Yes.
What happens when you, let's say you are in level 2 and you shift from club to a different club? So in a new club, would you be evaluated again? Like does different clubs have different effects?
Okay. So the question is like we have given like level 1, level 2 in this club. Later we move to some other club. Then what happens to my pathways? Yeah. So as per Toastmasters, your membership only changes. And the good news is that whatever the pathway progress you did, it is already saved. Only your membership, the club name will get moved from this club to other club, but your pathway progress is all saved with respect to the Toastmasters. And here, whatever you're seeing, the progress is always logged in that Basecamp. There is something called as portal, we call it as Basecamp. Whatever we do, it is all get recorded. And when we move to other clubs also, you can start utilizing it. And also here, if I already completed my level 3, but still Toastmasters shows that increasing knowledge, learning your style, mastering fundamentals, a new category added. It is up to member if they want, they can complete it or continue from the level 4 as well. So this is how it shows in the level for this new category projects. And here, this particular good news is about the lot of resources are there. Any project, if you have seen so far with respect to speaker series, what to do, how to do. Once you go to the Basecamp and click with respect to project, you will be able to see a PDF manual with respect to documentation, what to do in that project. And always, anyway, we have our mentors, any doubts, anything, you are most welcome to seek answers from your mentors. And here, the best part, the leadership, which is like a leadership learning lab, which is started from the level 3, which is a very good experience any member can have, even our upcoming XCOM elections as well. Looking forward to all the members to join and show their leadership journeys. And moving to our next with respect to, once we have done all of these things, then here is the thing. The success, anyone can get it, whether it is developing the critical thinking, practicing the time management, listening skills, the presentation skills, the maintaining relationships, and the best part is speaking without practice. How many would love to be in that stage? Can I see? Yes. So that is one of the best outcome which I experienced. And you can take, implement, and feedback with the feedback of speeches, whatever you get, and develop your all leadership skills. And if you have any other questions, you can shoot them.
Can you just go to the first slide? Or maybe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yes. Here, level 1 to 2 is, ladder. Again, ladder. And up to the the 6th is very complicated.
Yes. So that is where you have a thin thread called rope here, which is completely invisible from far, but there is a dedicated membership what club will offer to you. Yes. So once you are able to utilize the resources, then it is definitely a smooth ride ahead. And once you all achieve these all success things, in case if you get stuck anytime, this is my pin. You can reach me anytime, my email ID, and this is my contact number. And here, I would love to thank you all for patiently listening to me, and let's grow together because we have a smooth ride ahead. And Toastmasters says the focus is on you.
Thank you, Mani. What an excellent speech delivery. And thank you for enlightening us on the pathway. This looks now less scary. And also, this will help us to transition to an effective Toastmaster. So let's see how the transition of music in digital era. As the digital era evolved, with the digital revolution, radios became playlists and CDs became MP3. Phones became portable music libraries. A song recorded in a quiet corner of a room reached millions and streamed in platforms like YouTube and TikTok, and an unknown artist became a global sensation overnight. Toastmaster works in the same way. You don't need to be a born speaker. You just need to show up, try, and learn. And suddenly you will go viral and have a fan club base like this. Same is true for our next Toastmaster. When I asked him which song he resonates, he said it's a Malayali song about a boat race that shows about fancy momentum flowing in the tide of life. I try to pronounce the song is Kuntanandal Punjalli. I hope I got it right. So please welcome the dynamic Toastmaster, Vishnu.
Whatever. Thank you so much. I'm sure that this is the first time you are hearing this song Anyone? Okay, so we can play this song maybe just after our meeting. Yeah, I can sing it. Definitely. Just go with this flow. What you have to sing along is once I say this line, then you have to tell this. Tittitara tittitai tittai tagadaido. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. കുട്ടനാടൻ പുഞ്ചയിലെ കൊച്ചു പെണ്ണെ കുയിലാളെ തിത്തിത്താരാ തിത്തിത്തേ തിത്തേ തകതൈതൈതോ. Thank you. Good evening, Bright Hearts, Toastmasters. Today, my target speaker is attempting his Level 4 Project 2. And his pathway is presentation mastery, and he has selected an elective from that, Public Strategy Masters. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relation strategies for any group or situation. The purpose of the speech which the member is giving today is for the member to share some of the aspects of their public relations strategy. The timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish my target speaker all the very best. Back to you.
Thank you, Vishnu. Just like a very good melody builds on a previous note, our next speaker brings a fresh rhythm to today's performance. When I asked about his rhythm, it's a melodious song which he set as a morning alarm to remind him to brush his teeth. How thoughtful of you. Please welcome on stage Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek. Don't just tell. Just don't tell. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you. Let me start with a honest confession. As the VP PR of Bright Hearts, I don't think the current PR strategy of Bright Heart is good, but it can be great. Now, this one question always hit me harder because I always believe a PR should show the quality, not show what we do. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest.
Good evening.
I am Abhishek Mishra, and today I am here to share my thoughts about the Bright Heart PR strategy. So those who don't know, PR strategy means public relationship, like how we communicate the idea about Bright Hearts to the outside world who don't know it, or make the club popular. So one day, just like this very similar meeting, a guest visited our meeting. Okay. And during the PO session, our president Arundhati asked him this one question: how do you get to know about our club? Now, when I listen to this question, I always become excited. And I'm excited to listen to those three magical words, right? And those three magical words are through your Instagram page. And the moment the guest told that word, I was on cloud 9. Now, during the lunch break, I went to him and asked him, tell me, how is your overall experience of this meeting? And he told, this is amazing. What a great meeting it is. I did not expect it to have this kind of environment here after seeing your Instagram page. Okay. I was like surprised. What are we missing? What is the gap? I keep asking me this question for a couple of times. Then I went and I started reflecting for this. I look at our PR initiative. So for our PR, we do some very good posters like theme poster, guest group poster, winner poster. But what is missing here? I keep on asking myself question couple of times. Then I thought, okay, one thing is missing, and that is quality. It is not showing the quality of our club. So I went to these two people and I asked them. So they are the founder of Bright Hearts Club, Akshay and Anandati. And I asked them, tell me, if Bright Heart was a human, what would be his human-like qualities he should be known for? And they told trust, help, and fun. Now, when I initially heard this, it sounded like this famous dialogue of Amitabh Bachchan movie, Parampara, Pratishtha, Anushashan. But fun aside, I got to know, okay, we are missing these values in our PR strategy. And I need to incorporate those things because our current PRs show what we do, but it doesn't show show who we are. So to incorporate these three values, I started doing a couple of new initiatives. Like for the first value, that is truth, right? In a world where every club will tell you, I am the best club, people don't trust postures. People believe people. That's why we started this initiative called Bright Hearts Review Initiative, where we take the Google review from the members and the guests and present this as an authentic story so people believe Bright Heart is a safe and supportive space. Because trust is not about shouting out loud, hey, please believe me. But it is about silently, honestly, through the words of those who are impacted, it is built over time. Now, coming to the second value, and that is health. So if in this room, every member who is present here, everyone has a transformation journey. From being a shy speaker attempting their icebreaker to being the confident speaker leading their segment, they all have a journey of transformation. And their journey is an impact of health. For example, to show this, I presented Bright Heart growth series. We talk about the growth journey of our member. For example, this one.
It's been 1 year I've been with Bright Hearts. And I remember the most eventful day for me in Bright Hearts is I emceed Bright Hearts Day 1 event. I came up as a passionate, walked into Urban Ward to join Bright.
So this is one of the reels by our member Vishnu Pradeep. So I present this growth series where people can share their impactful stories about how Bright Heart helped them to overcome their fear stage or help them to become a confident speaker. Similarly, coming to the third value, and that value is fun. If you have attended Bright Heart's meeting, you know at Bright Heart, we joke, we laugh, we even sometimes roast ourselves of fun. That's why, but these things are not captured in our PR. That's why I present Bright Heart fun reels where we present the fun banters moment like this one. When when two members from different club meet and they have a fun banter on the stage. So I want to tell, so these are unscripted, unfiltered, just like a Bright Heart being the Bright Heart. Because for us, fun is not a decoration. It is our culture. It is our identity. It is the extra spark which make Bright Hearts more brighter. So what is my PR strategy? It's very simple. I stopped creating PR which show us good, and I start making PR which make us feel real. A PR which show not only what we do but who we are, because a PR strategy is not about promoting a club. It is about expressing our heart, and that heart is Bright Hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for sharing your story, insight, and initiatives and showing us the background of what goes behind the camera. And with that, I'd like to say a few things on music transition, and it became borderless. Today, music is borderless. It's global. It belongs to anyone that presses the play button and votes for it. And with that thought, now I open the voting line for the best speaker of the day.
You can scan. You guys can scan the QR code and vote.
The link is also on the TV for anybody for whom the scanner doesn't work.
How long we have to go? Voting? I can ask them to go for vote. Can you show a thumbs up who has completed the voting?
Right now, there's some more time. Let them know.
Okay. For those who has completed a voting, they can go for a short break to grab some tea.
Yes, Asian wants to talk.
Okay.
Tea? Yes.
Okay. So 1 more minute, then we can go for a break.
So now, break is 5:30.
Okay, break is still 5:30. For those who have completed voting, can head outside to grab a tea and do the networking. And water maybe refreshment. And be seated, please.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So as we move through our days, our weeks, and a chapter of our life, remember, don't worry if things feels offbeat sometimes. Just keep performing and keep playing the melody of your life. Even the greatest song often begin with a rough draft. And just like a good song, what matters most is progress, not perfection. And with that, I'm signing off as the Toastmaster of the day and introducing our table topic host, who told me she resonates with the song, The Sound of Music. One of her favorite memories is singing it to her niece as a lullaby, and discovered that even a 2-year has their own way of interpretation of music. Proves that we can learn from anyone at any age. So let's embrace the freedom of life cherish the melodies, and always stay open for the next song. And with that, I hand over the stage to the table topic host, Sneha. Thank you. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening. Let's go, Sneha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The good and bad moments of life don't come knocking at the door and waiting for you to open the door. You find yourselves right in the middle of them, and you often have few seconds to decide how to act on them. And oftentimes, the way we act on them decides if that moment will become a memory about which we can laugh about at a later point in our life. This table topic segment is like these situations. You'll be given a topic on which you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. To give a good clarity in your speech in the impromptu section, you can follow the OREO framework, which is opinion, reason, example, and opinion. Start with an opinion, give a reason on why you think that opinion is true, give an example and explain, conclude with the opinion. This way, the speech will be structured in a good way. Now, just like these situations, the topics that will be given to the speakers are situations which are either real life or made up situations about which you have to come up with a song. So, I also encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day, harmony, because whatever circumstance we find ourselves in, we have to be in harmony with it in order to lead a happy life. With that, I'll call the first speaker on stage. I'll call a member. Someone? Your situation is a NASA representative approaches you with an opportunity to go to the moon on one condition. Once you reach the moon, you should sing and dance and send a recording to Earth. What song will you sing in this situation?
Okay. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हम नवा. This is a song that I will sing when I reach the moon, because that's the only option, because seriously, there is no one out there to help me out. So I have to believe in someone and just say, pray that, okay, you are there with me and you have to help me there. If you go through the essence of the song, right? Jab koi baat bigad jaye. I mean, when you are on the moon, right? It's an environment where you're alone. There are no one around you. It's a new environment, and you have to be you have to believe in yourself, and you need some kind of motivation to stay there. But when I think of this song, it brings calmness to myself. It brings motivation inside me, and it tells me that, okay, I have an objective and I have people who believe in me, who trust in me, and everything will go excellent. Yeah. So.
Completely agree with you. For the next topic, I'll call a guest, Badri. Your topic is What's one song that is guaranteed to recharge the battery of your life, how much ever drained it is, and why?
Okay, got it. So, hi everyone. The one song that will come to my mind to recharge my life is there is one film called Edir Neechal in Tamil. So there's a song called Edir Neechal Adi. So whenever I'm hearing that song, right, I'll get some good goosebumps out of it. Whenever I'm going for any workout sessions or whenever I'm having any cricket matches to play, I'll have these kind of songs in my mind, and it will motivate me for sure. And in that particular song, right, there is two lines. I'll sing that one. So, நாளை என்றும் நம் கையில் இல்லை, நாம் யாரோ தேவர்கள் பொம்மைகளே, என்றால் கூட போராடு நண்பா, என்றைக்கும் தோற்காது உண்மைகளே. So if we keep on hitting our goals, and if we keep on if we follow our consistency, definitely we will be there for sure in our life. So this is a song I want to highlight here.
Wow.
Sorry. Thank you.
Thanks, Badri. Yes, tomorrow is a mystery. We only have today. So for the next topic, can I have another guest? Anyone volunteering? So your topic is, you are taking a leisurely stroll one morning and suddenly come face to face with a hungry tiger. You have to sing a song to calm the tiger down and convince that you are not its food. How will you do this?
Interesting. Okay, so maybe the Eye of the Tiger could be that song where I can communicate to the tiger that I'm having the same strength, same level of strength as the tiger. So that could be one of the songs which I could sing at that time. And personally, that song has been my favorite. So whenever I'm at the gym and I'm not able to get the required number of reps, I sort of play that song and it makes me feel like a tiger. So probably I'm gonna sing the same song in front of the tiger so that I can get this strength and courage either to possibly fight back or run away from the tiger, and also just to stand there and show myself as someone who is equally powerful to overcome whatever challenges I have in front of me. So yeah, that would be the song that I'll probably sing in front of the tiger so that the tiger doesn't eat me. Thank you.
Yes, show the tiger that you are more than that. Best. Okay. For the next topic, anyone else? Guest volunteering?
Yeah.
You get a chance to perform live on stage with your favorite fictional character. What song will you sing and which character will you choose to sing it with?
Okay.
So my fiction character will be a Spider-Man. So there is a meme song, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, तूने लिया मेरा दिल का चैन, right? So it's a meme song. Whenever I hear the song, it's a vibe. Even though it doesn't matter the lyrics, it doesn't matter how it is, how badly it has been composed or sang. It matters about vibe. The moment it's kind of a different song where even if I'm sad, even if I'm happy, even if I have energy high, no matter what scale I am, this song always has that kind of a vibe. And I'm eager to, can we sing along? Ready, guys? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, तूने लिया मेरा दिल का चैन. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, तूने लिया मेरा दिल का चैन. The reason I love also this song, it has a sign. of this, like Spider-Man does, this sign. So this sign, so anyone knows about what this sign really meant for? Okay. This guy is guessed really fast, yeah? This guy. So, so I was not aware of, I was really not aware of this sign. And I used to use this frequently because I was a fan of Spider-Man. And as I also know about a sign language, how it is being used, and I started to use on a regular basis. That's where the problem comes when you say someone hi. So that is this all about this song whenever I hear about this song. Yeah. Over to your host.
Can we have one more guest on stage? Bhavna. Your topic is, what's the one song which when played, your feet automatically start tapping to the rhythm, and why?
Okay. I think this is one song that you would all know about. Have you all heard of this song called Nakmuka in Tamil? The one song that you just go with full energy. So I think that would be the song which would like get me to groove and like dance and like get my feet up. So yeah, I think that would be it. So I think it's like the most played songs in the clubs and like dance floor. So it generally hypes everyone up just to get them high to get started with the dancing. So I think that would be the song. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bhavna. Even my feet start tapping once I hear that song, Nakumuka. Can we have one last guest on stage? Your situation is, you've been on hold with the customer service for 45 minutes, listening to the same music loop, and you're slowly losing your mind. You decide to put lyrics to this music for entertainment. What lyrics would you put? How will the song go?
Whenever we are waiting, there is a song that comes to our mind, especially for Malayalis, that says കാത്തിരുന്ന് കാത്തിരുന്ന് പുഴമേലിഞ്ഞു കടവൊഴിഞ്ഞു. That means like a lover is waiting for his boyfriend, and like it's been waiting for long years, and this like and it's saying like a pura melinja means like the rivers are shortened, like, and yeah, it's a very emotional song, but we use it as a like a waiting for in our land. So yeah, that's the song.
Thank you. With that, we'll wrap up the table topics section, and I'll hand over the stage to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Sneha, for that engaging session. Before I come to my general evaluation, I would like to call the first evaluator for his evaluation for the first speaker. Manjarika, would you please take the stage?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Today, I would like to evaluate my target speaker Abhik's beautiful speech on his crazy day. So, Abhik, you took us through the journey of your crazy day with your childhood friends, where you tried to watch a movie which no one can find out about. I felt I felt that your speech had a beautiful harmony of vocal variety, body language, humor, and great content. I would like to start with the highlights first. Um, I loved the humor in your speech. You started off with a great start where you mentioned Apple, the time when Apple was just a fruit and the only instant thing was Maggie. That was a great start. And you had vocal variety and body language, good humorous vocal variety and body language sprinkled throughout the speech, which was really complimenting your humor. And second thing is about your content. That's your second highlight. I felt that your speech was beautifully descriptive, like when you described, it helped us to visualize the various incidents that were happening in your childhood. For example, you mentioned after 30 minutes of furious pedaling, we reached the shop, electrical shop, huffing and puffing. That your words itself painted as the picture of what should be happening. And you also gave us a good description of a VCR for those who might not be knowing. So your content was very descriptive, which helped us visualize what was going on. Um, uh, Improvement points, if I am really nitpicking, I felt that your stage movement was at a few times random, like sometimes you were walking back and forth. You can work on intentional stage movements sometimes, which will help audience to focus more on what you are willing to convey to the audience. And I also felt that your conclusion could have been it felt slightly hurried. Like you concluded by saying, I encourage all the members to call your friends and have a good laugh. But you can have added a little bit more description, like we would all have had crazy childhood memories like this, but we tend to forget them in the bustle of life. But today, I encourage you all to take a moment and call your friends and talk about the childhood memories and have a good laugh. And that would have been a better conclusion, I felt. To summarize, overall, you had great content, amazing humor, which was complemented with good vocal variety and body language. If you work on better conclusion and stage movement, you can definitely take your speech to the next level. Thank you.
Can we have another round of applause for a first time evaluator? I have no words. Personally, I believe what distinguishes a great evaluator from merely a good one who follows a structure is acknowledging that evaluations are subjective. You prefaced every statement by I feel and I think, making it very clear to the speaker that these are not objective findings, but your opinions that you hope are implemented. You also used excellent vocabulary, in my opinion, like intentional movement, something that seasoned evaluators struggle with, putting into words what you thought. This, according to me, especially it being your first evaluation, was an excellently structured evaluation. For like a small nitpick going forward, as you get more comfortable on stage, I would like to see you slow down a little bit to make sure that not just the speaker, but the whole audience can catch on to what you are saying. With that, I would like to pass it on to our next evaluator, Wasim, to evaluate the second speaker.
Good evening again, Toastmasters and guests. And special thanks to Mani first, because this was not your planned speech. Someone backed out and you have to do in one day. So a great thanks for that. So to start with, Mani, I think what I really loved about your speech was the content structure and clarity. I'm not sure if anyone can put it in so neatly. Started with why, then how, then what, then you took us to the pathways. Excellent content structure that you had. The next thing that I really loved was your active listening. It is one thing to keep speaking when you are giving an information speech, whereas the other thing to listen carefully to the questions. And when Abhinash asked you, like I completed level 1, level 2 in one club, and I moved to another, what would be the case? You kind of actively listened and you also paraphrased it. Only after that, many of us came to know what the exact question was. That's an amazing skill to have. And the last thing which I loved was your audience engagement. You didn't go on one monotonous 20-minute speech. You had, so is it all good? Do you guys have any questions? You paused it in the middle, and at the end also you had audience engagement too. Can you show your hands if it relates to you? All these made this presentation so wholesome. Now, I have few areas of suggestions for you. So to start with, it's the time management of the overall session itself. I'll tell you why. So what happens is when you allow people to ask questions, you never know in which direction it is going to go to. So I would suggest, rather than going in a full flow, I would have probably time boxed, like 7 minutes for level 1 to level 3, and 3 minutes for Q&A, and again 7 minutes for level 4, level 5, 3 minutes for Q&A. What it would have helped you is clearly bridge between your speech and the Q&A. So what ended up happening was, like, if you have any other questions, shoot them, is what you ended your statement with. But what I would have done is, hello everyone. So for last 7 minutes, we were speaking about the changes in level 1 to level 3. We covered what were all the additions. Next 3 minutes, we will take few questions related to level 1 and level 3. Do you have any questions? It also kind of scopes what questions you are expecting for. The second thing that we do is build up for the conclusion and have a clear, solid conclusion. Now, you almost rushed through the conclusion, which didn't create that impact. So, and you kind of showed, if you want, reach out to me on this number. The way I would have ended is, I know many of you might still have questions. Like, feel free to reach out to me during the break or post the meeting so we can connect. So that would have brought in a more human effect. The second aspect was, you had great composure, but I think you also need to have authority while responding to difficult questions. Between level 3 and level 4, after a couple of questions, I saw your confidence level go down. So I would encourage have a framework to work on it. To summarize, great content and clarity, great active listening, audience engagement, work on your time management, and like handling difficult questions that would help you grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaseem. You always, in my opinion, have such a structured evaluation, making sure that not only the speaker, but the whole audience is on board. I especially liked how you mentioned that he mentioned key examples for the suggestions that you gave, pointing out specific things in Mani's speech, so he knew exactly what to repeat and what to work on. A small nitpick that I would have is when you talk about his confidence level going down, that may not be relatable to the whole audience or even to him. So I would suggest you give an example. For example, when Arna asked you the first question, you stood forward, you came up and answered her question in a precise tone. But by the end, it seemed like you were taking more time to answer questions, which made me feel that your confidence level was going down. Because confidence is a very subjective measure. Giving a person an example would ensure that they won't do it again. Coming to our third evaluator, Vishnu, please step on stage and evaluate our third speaker.
Fellow Toastmasters, dear guest, my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek. A very good evening to all of you. You made me understand today, it's not about what we do, but who we are. I'm very proud to say that we are having a wonderful PR team who's working behind Bright Hearts Toastmasters. Thanks for that. You delivered a speech with an objective of how your PR strategy should be working. And you executed that in a really well way. You had a problem initially, and then you had a point like, okay, where you should reach. And you brought in with certain steps as well, how you are going to achieve that. So in that way, one first highlight for you is that your objectives met, Toastmaster Abhishek. Second area of highlight for your speech is you sprinkled humor across the speech. How did you do that? Is through some characterizations and through bringing some emotions. Wherever it was required for you to bring in your emotions or expressions where you are literally going down in terms of the work which you are doing, that is where you sprinkled humor through your enactments. That worked really well. There are areas of improvement for you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Being you delivering your level 4 speech, and especially in presentation mastery, one major highlight I would like to give is usage of fillers. Throughout your speech, you had so and like was used across your speech. Being in level 4 and doing presentation mastery, I would need you to work on these areas, especially when you worked on that plan. You had trust, help, fun. So this is how you presented it. So trust is one area which worked, and is another area, and help is another one, and so we will have fun. How you can improve this is bringing vocal variety. What do you mean by vocal variety is that if you can bring pause in that delivery, you can definitely bring it like this. So today, when we are delivering our PR strategy, I reached out for help. And then I reached out for earning trust. And combining this with fun, I made sure our PR strategy got hit. This vocal variety is something which you can work on to avoid fillers. Second area of improvement is physical gestures and eye contact. Throughout your speech, you were looking down and your hands were clasped. So these two physical gestures, if you can look at in the upcoming speeches, definitely how you can do is, maybe I'm sure that you are remembering those speeches when you are looking down. What you can do is, like, if you are uncomfortable in looking at people's eyes, I'll give you a small tip. You can look beyond the heads of people so that you will not get that eye contact, but still you will make sure that you have an eye contact happening. And next time onwards, when we have open gestures, it will actually help you to bring in that, avoid that clasping of hands. In summary, Toastmaster Abhishek, you delivered a very good speech with being the objective met, and you had humor sprinkled across the speech. And the areas of improvement for you is that if you can work on your fillers by using vocal variety, by especially using pause and physical gestures and eye contact, you will have definitely great speeches coming to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. I love that you look at the person that you're evaluating, making sure that they're getting every point to ensure that they feel connected and not just criticized to a bunch of the audience. I especially liked how you mentioned that the objective was met. Too often, as the audience, we lose track of what the objective is because we listen to 3 speeches. Mentioning that not only highlights it for the speaker, but also for the audience. I also believe that you could have done a little better when it came to explaining what the areas of improvement were and what you wanted him to do. For example, when you mentioned his use of filler words, you mentioned vocal variety and pauses. I believe there was no need for mentioning vocal variety, and you could have just focused on pauses, as there is a time constraint. If there's any other feedback, you can always reach out to the speaker after and mention the 4th, 5th, 6th point that you maybe can't mention on stage. But next time, I would expect you to only focus on what really took away from the speech on the stage, because you have limited time. As coming to Abhishek, I believe that I agree with all the points. Where is he? Oh, sorry. I believe that all the points that Vishnu covered would serve you well. I just have one small nitpick to add. Your slides were going faster than you were. So when you talked about, oh, I went to Arundhati and Akshay to figure out what those three things were on the slide. So I could see that people already knew what was coming next. Same thing when you said, I spent time wondering to myself, what was the thing that we were missing? It was on the slide. We already saw that it was to show who we are as opposed to what we do. So I would expect you next time onwards to be a little bit more mindful of the slide show and make sure that the slides don't go faster than you and at the same pace. With that, I would be calling the individual reporters for the time of the TAT team. But before that, we have a very special role for you, and that is the quoter. So can we please welcome Toastmaster Teju.
So, everyone, are you ready for filling the second part of the code?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the rules goes like this. I have noted down few interesting. So first half I will be telling, and you should be guessing the second half. This is how it goes. So first one I will be reading out. So this is by German. Music was not just an entertainment; it is a way to. Music is not just an entertainment. It is a way to. Any guesses?
Live life.
No.
Express.
No.
Communication.
Yeah, Arna. Yeah. Yeah, you can check the chocolate. Yeah. This is by Arna. Observe your life on stage. Add to and to. I don't know. It was very tough. Okay. And to connect them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't. No. Okay. So it's from Abhishek. If bright hearts were human, what qualities define them? The three qualities. Not Abhishek. Yeah. Arna.
Support.
No. No, you are the. Yeah.
Trust, help, and fun.
Yes. So this is from Abhishek. Fun is not a decoration. It is our. Yeah, Wasim. Yeah, correct. Okay, this is from Abhik. The only option was to pedal as soon as possible and. No. No. Pray to God. Who told? Yeah. Yeah, there.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I don't. You take.
Thank you, Teju, for the chocolate
Yeah.
and also for the session. Mainly for the chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a. I think it was a very engaging session, and I could see that in the audience. Next time, I would advise you to use a little more common quotes that even the guests would know, because I saw all the members only answering the questions. And be a little bit mindful of the handshake policy. Other than that, taking up the special role is always so challenging because you have to come up with everything on your own, as opposed to the others where you have a structure. And I think you pulled it off properly, and you didn't take a lot of time, but you got the energy up. Thank you. Next, we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Pranav.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. When I came here for my introduction, you listened to the beats of one of the song. Any guesses?
We
Yes.
will rock
Can I
you.
have the beats once again? Let's sing along. We will rock you. We will rock you. So this evening, we didn't just had a rhythm of words, but we actually built a playlist of English melodies. What a great harmony in terms of using all the right words, all the right grammar. And I am here, your grammarian, presenting my grammarian's report. So let me call it as like today's top language hits and remixes.
Okay.
So coming to the word of the day, harmony. You would be surprised to know the word of the day was used 15 times. Woo! Now, there were many good usage of words as well, and I would like to call them as melodious moments. And that's how we make harmony among the good phrases we use. So let's come to those good usage first. Sayuj used a phrase like making a mark, spooking the hell out of Halloween meeting. Jurmeen used music was chartered to tell when was music invented. Fine-tune speakers for correcting the speakers. Vibhor used use of ahs and ums can weaken your message. What a good phrase. Abhik used common glitch struck us. Normally the dumbest of all can make these mistakes. Huffing and buffing, so many good usage of English. Wasim used composer and depth. Abhishek used I was on cloud 9. Roast ourselves for fun. And Sneha used good and bad moments don't come and knock your door, but they come with opportunities. These are some very good phrases. Now coming to the areas of improvement, or I will say the offbeat notes, like any other music, we have some offbeat notes, that's where we learn. There was a usage, the bike I drive for past tense, which could have been the bike I drove. We will be having chapters. Instead, we should have called it as we have chapters. There was some leaders. Actually, it was a plural. There were some leaders. So these are few things. And I think these are the tiny minor changes, which when corrected can make your speech to the next level. Now, overall, the grammar of the meeting was very well structured. The messages were coming really well. And I would like to end by an invitation to all of us. Life has all high and low notes, but it's on us to create the rhythm through the words we use in our speech and make it look like harmony with all the key messages we show in our speech. So this is Pranav, your grammarian for today, signing off. Over to the general development.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. I believe he communicated all the points that need to be communicated by the grammarian. I especially appreciate that in the report, you made it a point to acknowledge that while there were offbeats, that isn't unusual. And that's just a part of the journey, especially if it's like in any music. For next time, I would like you to be a little more mindful of mentioning the word of the day when you come first on stage, because usually the general evaluator will cover up for you. But it is important for the audience and the guests to know, even if it is stated in the board. Now we have, who do we have next? The timer. So Toastmaster Nikhil, please come on stage and give us your timer report.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. So most of you were in perfect harmony with the time guidelines, but some of you were slightly offbeat. So I'll mention those first. Mani took 20 minutes and 50 seconds, exceeding by 50 seconds. And in table topics, Bhavna took just 50 seconds. She should have taken 10 more seconds to get the green card. And Chernil took 52 seconds, again falling short. Now coming to the rest of the speeches, Abhik took 6 minutes 15 seconds. Abhishek took 7 minutes 30 seconds. In evaluators, Manjarika took 3 minutes 9 seconds. And Wasim took 3 minutes 30 seconds. And Vishnu took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. So that's it for the timer report. Thank you.
Timer reports are usually very time consuming and incredibly boring to listen to. I've had a timer report go beyond 2 minutes. So I really appreciate that Toastmaster Nikhil kept it concise and to the point and highlighted the disqualifications first. If I had a small suggestion, as this is your third time taking the timer role, I would expect when you come on stage the first time to bring in some more interesting analogy to capture the attention of the audience, because usually timer roles get very monotonous. And another thing, when you start your report, you don't need to mention that some people did well and some people did poorly. You can straight away go into the time disqualifications, say those names and the timings, and then come to the people who did qualify and their specific timings. But overall, as far as fulfilling the role went, I think you did an admirable job. I will be coming to my evaluation of the, sorry. Can we have our counter on stage? Toastmaster Vibhor.
Thank you, Arna. Today we have witnessed around 17 members who have spoken in either of the role, but I have only done the counter counting for 15. So any guess why I missed 2? I was late. So Priyansh and Sauch, I don't know what you have done. So I have. So very sorry. My sincere apologies. And let me present my report after TMOD. So TMOD took few nitpicks. There are a lot of crutch sounds like and then filler words like and. So there are few. I will tell you in the offline mode. GE Arna few around 5, 6 and rest everything is fine. Speaker 1 Abhik. I did not count any crutch sounds. No crutch words. Only I noticed one repetition, and the best version of your speech was the boyfriend which you mistaken by. Money flawless 0. Crutch sound, crutch words, repetition 0. I have not listened anything. Abhishek need to work on a lot of things. I will give you offline report. Manjarika have few repetition like and something like that. I will give you that report. Wasim very less 2-3 points, very nitpicks. You guys are already seasoned, so I can't say anything. Vishnu only 1. 1 I have noticed. Where is he? Okay, then Sneha. Where? So Vishnu, just I noticed only one moment. Other than the TT Master series, Sneha, I counted only 1, 2, 1, like 1. So very few nitpicks. Rest others are fine. So everything is fine as of now. I would like to call upon G. Thank you.
I would like to apologize for missing Toastmaster Vibhor twice, but he's sitting at the end, so it's not my fault. We have a table for this. But in all honesty, I think it was, you did your speech in report in a very humorous way. That made a very boring report engaging to everybody, especially Vishnu. I'm sure he won't forget now. If I had a few moments, suggestions, it would be that please be on time, obviously, if you are the out counter, especially for role takers. And when you come on stage and have a report for which the details you're not going to reveal to the speaker immediately, maybe it's too long, it's too arduous, you don't need to mention it on stage. Instead, you can focus on only the things you need to mention on stage. So for example, for me, if the improvements are, there are a few R's and a few ums, you could just see, Arna, I would like to say that for you, you can only focus, you have a tendency to use R's and ums on stage. Please be mindful of that, as opposed to going into, oh, you have some more, but I'll tell you later, and then doing that for every speaker on end. Okay, now I would like to come to my report as a general evaluator. Starting with the SAA, Toastmaster Priyansh. Priyansh, you fulfilled your role admirably. The meeting was set up perfectly and nobody had a problem with finding out their seats, and we had adequate capacity. You mentioned the rules, you introduced the presiding officer, and also introduced Toastmasters International. I especially like how you started with the agenda quiz. That is something new to even Bright Hearts, because we are used to the moments of quiz as opposed to agenda quiz. And I think that was a good way to make sure that everybody was informed and everybody was a little on their toes at the start of the meeting. If I would have a small suggestion, next time you come on stage, you can also say a little bit about Bright Hearts. Even though it will be introduced by the presiding officer, a small line, like we were charted last year and we're so happy you're here, would go a long way. Now, coming to our first time presiding officer, Toastmasters Sayuj. I love how when you came on stage, you said, how's the Josh? That made everybody respond, hi, sir. Even though creating the hype is the role of the SAA, you took it upon your shoulders like the true leader you are. You also made sure to connect with guests and mention the awards that Bright Hearts has gotten, giving an overall good introduction for everybody in the room, not just the Bright Hearts, but also the guests. If I had to suggest one thing, you used a lot of references, like the time you had to come on stage and perform to Dance Monkey, and other such nitpicks that might not be familiar to all the guests. So maybe using more recognizable, embarrassing moments, like being called on stage for a role that you didn't prepare for, something which everybody could relate to, would be more appropriate in those specific moments where you're opening the meeting to the guests. Next, I would like to come to the beautiful Toastmaster of the day, Jermaine. I think you always look so gorgeous. The theme connected very well with the way you played the song for every single person. I know the effort you went through to reach out to every single person and get that song, and sending follow-ups to a few. I know because I got a follow-up. But that made sure that everybody felt like they were seen when they walked on stage, especially when you're nervous. And you even sang a few, which added to the vibe of the meeting and made sure everybody was smiling at even at the beginning of the speeches. If I had a few things to add that would make your TMOD go even higher, you have come on stage and taken many long form roles now. So I would expect you to make sure that when you come on stage and you are presenting to a large audience, I would expect you to minimize your use of the script, and you have a habit of fiddling with your head. While it is okay in the initial stages, I think that's something that you can easily work on, and that will make your presence on stage seem more centered and less nervous. Now, I would like to come to the table topic master Sneha. Yeah. Bringing out songs for each and every person was very interesting. I could see the nervousness of every single table topic speaker while they came on stage. Somil had signed up to be the table topic speaker as the member, but when he heard what was going to happen, he was also like, oh my God, why isn't there another member here right now? I love how you not only introduced what your role was, welcomed guests, but you gave an Oreo framework. That is very important for guests trying to attempt the topic. It makes them a little more ease. It gives them a little more ease while attempting the topic. You also had moments to connect your role with the theme, where you said, like how unexpected life is, this is also a point where you will be hit with unexpected things, because things don't just come knocking at your door. I think that sets a very good context for table topics. If I had to add something, you revealed what the table topics would be before the table topic session started. You said you would give scenarios and people would have to pick songs. So ideally, we don't want to do that, as we want to make sure that it is truly an impromptu thing when they come on stage. Also, it might be a little too complicated for guests, because thinking of what you would do in a scenario and then what song you would pick in that scenario, maybe taking it a little too far. So I would expect you to, next time onwards, not only have those very thought out and theme related table topics, but also a few simpler ones for guests just starting out, for whom taking the stage also is a challenge. So to make sure that they also have something to attempt properly. Now coming to our table topic speaker, Toastmaster Somil, I think you had a very powerful start. It made everybody was singing along, and that obviously makes the whole audience involved in something as short as a table topic, because you are limited on time. While the song was very admirable, you didn't translate it. So for somebody who doesn't understand Hindi or doesn't understand Hindi very well, they would be a little bit lost at the beginning, at the end, because your table topic was related and tied together by the song. So next time, if you pick something that is not in English, I would expect you to maybe translate it at least once for the speakers who don't, for the audience that doesn't understand that. Coming to the second table topic speaker, Bhavin, right? Badri, sorry. Badri, I think it was a very admirable job that you did, especially considering it's your first time. You not only spoke about a song, you also spoke about how that song would help. And you also translated it for example, me, who didn't understand what you said in the first go. I think that really helps everybody come in. And being a content creator, I'm sure some of your experience is being brought on that stage. And I'm truly looking forward to what more you can bring onto the stage with your experience. Coming to table topic speaker 3, Vatsal. Where is he? He has left. So I'll just communicate his over off the stage. Ninad, where the sing-along of Spider-Man. I think it will be stuck in every one of our heads for a very long time. I really appreciate how you stuck to one song and made sure that everybody got it and made us sing it twice also. I really appreciate the confidence. You said whatever life circumstance you're in, that helps you, that song, that meme helps you get to a level. And I really appreciate that. This was a very, very strong attempt at a table topic, mentioning a song, making us sing it and saying what it means to you. What I would say is at the end, when you talked about the Spider-Man sign, table topics are usually very limited in time. So I would say that for table topics, stick to only one thing. So if it's a song and what the song means to you, stick to that. If it's a sign and how you've hilariously embarrassed yourself in front of strangers, stick to that. And as you come to speeches or something with a little more time, then you can experiment with multiple different segments. Bhavna, I would like everybody to give her a round of applause to come up on stage and say her part. I really admired the body language that you had while you were talking about the really, really vibey song that everybody could vibe to. Even though I didn't understand what the song was, I relate with like moving my head and tapping my toes. I think as you come up on stage more and more, the confidence will build. You already have the content. So just sharing it with the larger audience will become easier and easier. And I really hope to see you on stage more. To our last table topic speaker, Shaman. Yeah. I love how you came in with a song, you sang the song, and then you translated the song. One special part that I would like to point out that really stood out to me was when you said that waiting for a lover for a long time, you said long, long, long. And I could feel the last long in the depths of my heart. And I think there's no better example of how to use vocal variety to your advantage, especially when you can't communicate with the words said. With that, I would like to wrap up my report for today. And thank you everybody for listening. The voting link is online. The link is bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. Or you can scan the QR code, which is infinitely easier.
And yes, please put in your contact information too.
Yeah. Priyansh, how many responses do we have? Okay. For me. Yes, why would they give me? Priyansh, do we have enough responses? That's a very unsure yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sayuj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arna. That was a very detailed and brutally honest evaluation, which I think we all love. Okay, so how was Josh? Great. So I didn't know that we have so many singers in Bright Hearts. So that's a new revelation that I've got, right? So we have few announcements to make. One is elections. So next week we're going to have elections, 7th of December. The elections will start at 3 p.m. 3 to 4 will be the elections, and 4 o'clock onwards will be our regular Toastmasters meeting, right? Now, before elections comes the nominations, right? So without nominations, you're not going to have the elections. So the nomination link has already been sent by Arundhati. The last day is 3rd of December. All the roles for the ExCom is open: President, VP Education, VP Membership, VP PR, Treasurer, Secretary, and Surgeon at Arms, right? And if you have any questions on any of these roles, please do reach out to Akshay, Arundhati, or any of the ExCom members. And if you need details of a particular role, you can reach out to the respective ExCom member. President is Arundhati, VP Education is Neville and Madhur, VP Membership is Mia and Arna, VP PR is Abhishek, then Secretary is Wasim and Bhumika, Treasurer is Anmol, and Sergeant at Arms is Priyansh and Sangam, right? So we are hoping that you'll have a lot of nominations and we have a great elections this time around, right? Now, the other thing that we have, any questions, right? So
How would you go about
So the elections would be for the VP role, and post that, if you get elected, you become the VP. If you don't get elected and you don't get elected for any of the roles, then the president would take the call on who would go as associate where. Yes, you can. Yes, so what we could do is you could send the recording, and then we can play the recording. But I would encourage that, if you are not able to come in person, at least come online, and because your vote counts, every single vote counts, right? And 2026 starting is going to be the contest. We're going to have a lot of contests, and Bright Hearts is going to shine there. So make sure that you guys are all there. And then the next announcement is December 14th. We're going to have an outdoor meeting on December 14th. The venue time is TBD, but it would be an outdoor meeting, right? Then the other announcement that I want to make is Madhur has sent a message on WhatsApp for the survey on the education one. So please make sure that you fill that up, because that gives them, the VP education team, an idea on how they have done so far and what are the improvements, etc., that is required, right? And the last announcement, I will hand it over to Wasim. Wasim.
Sayed, you can see. So yeah, as many of you know, like we are having these MOM activities for every week. Now the last week winner is Sayud himself, so you need to go also. So you can basically do this. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's the announcement. So actively participate, and you will get something surprising, that I can assure.
Thank you. So how do you guys like the new MOM? Right. Yes. So it is a beautiful MOM. It's easy to read, easy to engage, but guys, start engaging with it on Instagram, right? Let's make sure that we have lots of comments put in, and friendly fights if you want. Anything that can make that message grow, right? So with that, we will come to the presentation. Okay. Okay, so first, the best auxiliary role player. Toastmaster Pranav Kumar. Congratulations. So Pranav, that was great grammarian role that you've done. And I just love the way he started it. All right. So great job and wonderful report that you presented. So next is the best table topic speaker. Ninad. Ninad. Congratulations. So Ninad, Spider-Man. So I've seen that meme over and over again, and every time I see that, I laugh out loud. So congratulations, Ninad. And for you guys, from December 1st, Ninad would be a Bright Hearts. Okay, now next is the best role player. Toastmaster Arna. Congratulations. Arna. So Arna, as I said, brutally honest evaluation. I just loved every minute of it. And each and every point that you've mentioned, we should be working on those. And good job. Okay, next is the best evaluator. Toastmaster Vishnu Pradeep. Oh, Vishnu. Congratulations. Vishnu, your evaluations are legendary, right? So crisp, to the point, and I get to learn a lot from the way you evaluated. Congratulations. And now for the best speaker. Toastmaster Abek. Abek. Abek, your story really resonates with me because something similar happened with me and my cousins, except that part didn't go, but we got caught by our parents. So
Both of you have to tell the name of the movie.
no, that
Mercy knew what.
no, that is something that we will take into our grave. So
Yes.
Thank you.
So with that, we come to the end of the meeting. So I declare the meeting 59 closed. And let's all